We are going to get bold predictions from Brady Quinn and Barrett Sallee from Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Barrett, why don't you lead us off? What's your bold prediction for the Cotton Bowl tomorrow?
Well, everyone's going to talk about Jameson Williams and how they're going to attack him, and there's a good reason for that. He is an absolute stud. Alabama's got to throw somewhere else. They're going to throw to Jahleel Billingsley, a tight end, kind of played second fiddle to Cam Latu throughout the course of the season, but Jahleel Billingsley entered the season in Nick Saban's doghouse, kind of has come out of that. We saw him make some key catches in the SEC championship game. I think Jahleel Billingsley will have the second most receiving yards on the Alabama Crimson Tide tomorrow, and I don't even think it'll be close. I think you're going to see a ton of Jameson Williams, a ton of Jahleel Billingsley, including a touchdown of 40 or more yards. I think it's going to be a big part of that offense.
Would be a ton of fun to watch that kind of production. And based on our picks, Barrett, I hope that's the case. How about this one? I told you that I think Alabama will cover the 13.5 points. I think Cincinnati's going to be tied or at the lead at half. Yeah, I think it's going to be that sort of game where you see maybe it's a bit of a feeling out process, knowing the type of game Luke Fickell wants it to be, a physical battle, grinding it out. I think they're big enough maybe to match up to some degree up front. The problem is Cincinnati doesn't have the depth. I think that's the second half as you see the adjustments from Nick Saban, from Bill O'Brien, and you see just the talent and the ability for the depth of Alabama to weigh in on Cincinnati, and that starts to display itself. And then Bryce Young plays some of his best football and takes over. But how about this? Cincinnati scaring the entire Crimson Tide nation and tied or leading at halftime of this game.
That would scare some TV executives, too, on the East Coast as well if Cincinnati's leading that game in the second half. But to be clear here, both Brady and Barrett like Alabama to cover the 13.5. They're also on the under. Bold predictions presented by Geico. Brady Quinn and Barrett Sallee. College football playoff semifinal. We have reporters at both sites. You saw Barrett at the Cotton Bowl getting ready for Alabama-Cincinnati. We also have Dennis Dodd and Josh Pate at the Orange Bowl. Kickoff 7:30 on Friday.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.